Okay, we will go ahead and get started. We'll see if more people join us throughout the call today. I'm Megan Shyman, one of the race concierges with Magic Sports. Glad to have you all joining us today for the Buster Britton race overview coming up on Saturday. So most of you have your on mute, which is great. If you have any questions, hold those until the end. We'll go through a short presentation and then we'll have time for Q&A at the end. If anything does come up, you can put it in the chat. My team member should be joining shortly and she will be monitoring part of the chat for us today. So we will go ahead and get started here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. Again, welcome to the Buster Britton Triathlon coming up on Saturday. And brief overview, we'll go over the schedule, the courses, rules, and then at the end we'll have time for Q&A. But congratulations for all of you. They're signing up for your very first triathlon. Maybe you're trying a new distance or new event. You're doing a relay, your first time at this race, whatever it may be. We're excited to have you and be part of your triathlon journey. And this is Janet. She will be the one at the concierge tent on Friday and Saturday. I will actually be in transition over the weekend. So if you need me, that's where I'll be. But Janet will be the one at, then there's Janet on the, just joining us now. But she will be the one at the concierge tent, both on Friday and Saturday. So if you're looking for one of us, Janet will be there. All right, schedule of events. So on Friday, registration and packet pickup at Oak Mountain State Park at the Pavilion. And then bike check-in drop-off is also available during that time on Friday afternoon. And then at 5 o'clock, there will be the race overview followed by Q&A that is presented by our race directors and a few of our other staff members that will go a little more in detail of the race course and being on site on Friday. Stop by the concierge tent, see Janet if it is your first triathlon, get your first timer bracelet there, and then come back on Saturday after completing the race and we'll have a first timer gift for you as well. And pass that along to any of your friends if they are not on the call today, but doing their first triathlon as well. And Saturday, packet pickup opens at 6 o'clock at the race site. And we advise you to get there early. The parking and getting into the park can get backed up in that 6:15 to 6:45 window. So the earlier, the better you can get there on Saturday. I think the park just told us they're going to be open at 5 o'clock. Um, so get in early, get parked, get to transition which transition closes at 7:15. So bikes need to be in, all of your gear set up, and head down to the swim at that 7:15 time. The Olympic start will be first at 7:30, and then the sprint start at 8 o'clock following the Olympic. And you will line up in number order along the shore. You can always move back in number order, wherever you feel most comfortable starting if you need to move back in order. And then estimated time for sprint awards is 10 o'clock, and then Olympic will follow that roughly around 11 o'clock. Then what's included in your race packet that you will get either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning? First are your bike and helmet stickers. The number in the middle here will go on the front of your helmet, and then the other numbers wrap around the stem or the seat post. You can kind of see that in the picture on the right here, wherever is most visible on your bike. And now those numbers are needed on your bike in order to drop your bike off in transition. So make sure you do that before dropping your bike off. Race tattoos, these will go on your arm, whether it's your upper arm or your forearm. Again, wherever is most visible. If you're wearing sleeves, put them on your forearm, on both left and right arms. Your race bib will be needed for post-race food afterwards. And then swim caps, there'll be different colors according to sprint or Olympic distance. And then we also have special attention caps. Those will be at registration and at our concierge tent if you want the water support team to pay a little extra special attention to you out on the water. There'll be plenty of kayaks and paddle boards and water support out there should you need to stop and rest on any of those watercrafts out there. And then most importantly, your timing band will go on your left ankle. You'll peel off a little piece of red tape and then put the soft foam side against your left ankle. And that is needed before you start the race. So if you're heading down to the swim, make sure you have your timing chip on. And that will track your time from the swim to transition to bike, transition, and then to the run. Um, some quick tips here. Packet pickup Friday afternoon. If you are able to come Friday, get your packet, drop off your bike. Will just be easier and smoother and less to worry about on race morning on Saturday. Um, and then again, arrive as early as possible on race morning in order to get in the park, get parked, get your transition set up, and be ready to go. When you rack your bike, you'll alternate your bike with your neighbors, hanging your bike front wheel down from your saddle, so alternating each direction with your neighbor's bike, and that will make more sense again when you're in the transition area and can see that. You'll set up on the right side of your front wheel while facing your bike. So if you have a bag that you're bringing, keep that small. You'll tuck it under your rear wheel and set up all of your gear, which you'll see on the next slide here on that front side of your bike. And heading down to the swim, you can walk barefoot, just cap and goggles. That's all you need heading down to the swim. Um, no reentry into transition once it's closed unless there's an urgent emergency that happens once transition is closed. Everyone's down at the swim. Time to begin the race. Smile for the cameras, have fun, say thank you to the volunteers and safety officials that are out there on the course, cheer on other racers. All the first timers, again, will have a green first timer triathlon bracelet so you can cheer on those other first timers as well. Transition setup. So you'll have your bib number. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but for example, in this picture here, 834 to 840, you'll find the rack that corresponds to your bib number, and your bike will go in that group of seven. It doesn't have to go in exact number sequential order, but somewhere in that rack of seven. There will also be a letter at the end of the entire row. So note which letter you're on and then find something to kind of line up with where your bike is racked. So when you come into transition, you know where your bike is. Keep everything tightly positioned under that rear wheel. Keep your things tightly packed close to your bike. There's plenty of space for everyone, but just be mindful of your neighbors when you're setting up your transition area. Um, and set up your transition items in the order that you're going to use them. So have your cap and goggles with you, then your helmet, and if you're wearing sunglasses or bike shoes, socks, have those up next. And then your items for the run, whether you're putting on a hat, changing shoes, your race bib with your number on it, but put those all in order of how you're going to use them. And then if you are able to come on Friday or even Saturday morning, kind of practice or walk through the transition flow. So note where you're coming in from the swim, where you head out from transition onto the bike, where you come back in on the bike, where you go out on the run, and then where the finish line of the run in is as well. Relays. Um, if you're doing a relay, you must have your bib number to enter transition, to get food, drink, and to retrieve your bike after the race. Leave your timing chip under the relay tent until you are doing your portion of the relay, and then you can take it off, throw it away once you're done. Just we don't want to set off the timing mats multiple times if you're crossing those with your timing chip on. Each person in your relay, whether it's a two-person or three-person relay, you will all get your own timing chip, timing strap to wear during your portion of the race. You can leave your items for the relay, for your shoes, whatever you need at the relay tent. Your timing chips can remain there until it's your time to go. And then there will be an entry gate, a special gate for relays or for bike run people to come in and out of transition without having to go over the timing mats. If you are the biker, you will wait in the transition tent till your relay member comes in from the swim. They will come to the relay tent, tag you. You'll head to the bike and head out on the bike course. And then if the third person, the runner, will wait at that relay tent as well. When the biker comes in, we'll tag the runner, and then the runner will head out on the run course. And all three members of the relay are welcome to get a medal once the runner crosses the finish line. You can all three head back to the finish line, get your own medal, get a picture, celebrate crossing the finish line together. And aquabike and bike run are similar. Aquabike, you will start with all the other racers in your distance, whether you're doing the sprint or the Olympic, you'll line up according to your number, do the swim, do the bike portion, and then you'll rack your bike, leave transition, and then you can go to the finish line, get your picture, get a medal, celebrate there. Bike run, slightly different. You will start in the transition tent, and you can start your portion of the bike when the first racers of either the sprint or Olympic, of whatever distance you're doing, when they come in from the swim, you can head to your bike and head out on the bike and the run and cross the finish line as normal and get your medal there. Okay, I'll go over some maps. The site map. So you'll come in from the main entrance. There's plenty of parking along the whole road here. And as the parking closest to transition fills up, they will then force you to go to the next parking lot. So just pay attention to that. And main staging, transition, post-race food, awards, all that will take place at the South Trailhead parking lot. Mhm. Okay. The sprint is 400 yards and the Olympic is 1,200 yards. Take a look at the map here. So again, the Olympic will go first, and then the sprint will follow the Olympic racers. Keep the buoys on your right, and you'll start every roughly 3 seconds. A timer will be there at the swim start. You give them your number, and they will tell you when to go and enter the water. So you'll start right by this big T3 buoy, and Olympic will follow yellow and then to the orange, all the way down to these two big orange triangles. And then you'll come back to the round buoys, all the way back to the big T3 blue triangle buoy. And then it's a slight uphill run along the path to transition. Sprint, you will follow the yellow buoys, the two round yellow buoys, take those two turns, and then come all the way back to the big T3 triangular buoy and head on up to transition. The bike on the sprint is 13.1, and the Olympic is double that at 26.2. And all these maps are available on our website and they'll be in your emails if you want to take a further look at them. Pay attention to where the bike mount and bike dismount lines are. You need to cross the bike mount line before you can get on your bike. Go a little further off to the right, take your time, get on your bike, and then head out on the bike course. It may be a little congested there with everyone getting on and off their bikes around the same time, but if you need to go further past the line, get comfortable and get on and off your bike. Um, there is a steep downhill. Um, just pay attention to signs. There'll be signs out there, staff members and volunteers hollering at you to slow down. It's a sharp turn. Just be careful on that downhill. You'll head sprint will go out and back doing one loop. Olympic will go out and back doing two loops. The sprint is 3 miles and Olympic is 5.5. So out and back for both. Sprint will do one, Olympic will do two out and back. Um, it looks a little tricky here, but follow signs and there'll be mile markers and arrows and volunteers and staff out there making sure you're going in the right direction. And there will be th two water stations, one right as you leave the transition area, and then one just out close to just past mile one. You'll hit that twice. So on your way out and then on your way back as well. There'll be water and Powerade and ice at all three of those hydro stations. And stay left on this as it's an out and back course. Make sure you stay left to be mindful of the racers coming back on the other side of the path. Transition, look at that map here. Um, so you'll come in on this top part of the map here. That's parking or driving. From the swim, you'll come in, transition set up in this parking lot. So you can see you'll mount your bike here, come around the parking lot and head out on Terrace Drive onto the bike course. And you'll come back on that same road. You'll dismount here, rack your bike, and head out on the run course here. If you're doing the Olympic, you'll come back on the bike. You'll head in the parking lot closest to Terrace Drive through there for your second lap. Turn around, head out, and then you'll come back to the transition area to the finish line here and packet pickup, post-race party, and food. And then awards will be down closest to the lake. It's not quite on this map here, but just close to the swim start, you'll see our awards flag and everything set up down there for awards post-race. And just a note on the park entrance fee, um, there's a document in your email that you got on Monday and you'll receive tomorrow and Saturday that has your parking pass. You need to have that available to show the parking attendant. Friday, there's no park entrance fee for racers or passengers, but on Saturday, any non-racing passengers will be required to pay the $5 park entrance fee. So make sure you have that pulled up on your phone Friday and Saturday, and then be prepared to pay for any non-racing passengers on Saturday. And some basic rules. Helmet is required when you are in possession of your bike. So bringing your bike, touching your bike, the first thing you should do is put your helmet on. No headphones, no AirPods, no shocks, no music playing devices. If you do have your phone for safety, No other interactions, no taking videos or anything like that throughout the course. Ride on the right and pass on the left. Be mindful of other racers out there. If you are passing, again, you can holler out on your left. Make sure you have enough space to get around and then get back on the right side. No littering on the course. If you have trash on the bike, keep it on your person. On the run course, there will be trash cans at the aid stations along the way. Um, the no drafting again, just be mindful of other racers out there. Give everyone enough space as you're passing and not riding right behind, right in front of another racer. And then a few other race reminders. Make sure that your bib is visible as you approach the finish line. Again, your bib is only needed for the run portion of the race. If you want to have it on for the bike, if you're wearing the same thing, that's totally fine. It's only needed for the run, but for timing purposes as our backup timing. So make sure you have that visible. Again, no headphone shocks, music, not interacting with your phone during the race. Keep your helmet buckled until you rack your bike. Again, ride on the right, pass on the left. And I think that is all that I have at the moment. I know there's some things in the chat. We will open up to Q&A. If anyone has any questions for us, feel free to
Yeah.
holler out your question or put it in the chat. Either way, you're welcome to come off mute and
Yeah. I have a question. Thanks for
yes.
this. It's my first triathlon, so maybe
Okay,
some naive questions,
congratulations.
but thanks. So you said we could drop the bikes off Friday night.
Yes.
Do most people do that? And if so, do we need like bring a chain or a lock or how are they
There will
secured?
be overnight security, correct? So no need
Okay.
to worry about locking your bike up or anything like that. It'll be safe overnight. And I'd say a good number of racers do drop their bike off on Friday. If you're local, you're able to do that. It is ease of mind to get it dropped off on Friday.
And for the gear and stuff, people most typically bring that like in a bag. You were saying in the
Yes,
earlier in the
correct.
presentation.
So only your bike can be dropped off on Friday. You'll bring all of your other gear, shoes, and helmet and hat, all of that on Saturday. And yeah, some kind of small backpack, small duffel bag, whatever that may be, that you can kind of tuck under your back wheel of your bike and keep all your gear tucked together.
Okay. Um, and then for the swim, is it okay to wear earplugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then last question about the swim is how, so first triathlon, I haven't swam in a lake before,
Okay.
so little unsure about, you know, maintaining direction,
hmm
not seeing the bottom of the pool floor like I'm used to.
Right.
So, and the buoy, will there be anything between the buoys or just,
No.
okay.
I'm trying to think. I've swam there multiple times. You'll want to, trying to think of the sun, like which direction,
Yeah.
Jan, if you have any insight on that. Because you want to kind of like look up every couple of strokes,
Right.
make sure you're going towards the yellow buoy. There'll also be people you can, I mean, make sure you're following, I guess the person's going the right way towards the buoy. Um,
Yeah.
I don't
but
remember the
it,
sun being an issue when I've done that race. I don't
okay.
recall it being because it's kind of down, it's kind of mountainous or hilly, at least around it. And
Yeah.
the sun coming up is not, I don't remember it being a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, just taking, you know, just barely get your eyes out to look, and every 5 to 8 strokes so you don't, go on a really long tear in the wrong direction.
Right. Okay.
And it,
Okay, one last question that
yeah.
for non-racers, so family members and stuff, is there a clear spot for them to hang out or
Yes, they
where
are
would that
welcome to
be?
come down to the swim start. Lots of people, spectators will gather there and then along the
Okay.
transition area and even along like where the bikes come in and out. There'll be some barricade, but spectators are welcome to line up along there. and
Okay.
then on like the run out portion of the transition area as well, and then the finish line. So
Okay.
yeah, some good.
They're really allowed to be anywhere
Hmm.
except on the race course, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Megan, there's a question about whether the road to the transition area is going to be closed during the race or if it's controlled. And I couldn't remember. I think it's not closed. I think they
Correct.
don't close it, and so that's why we want like spectators to get there early
Yes.
um, if they're coming because spectator cars are the ones that are probably going to be on the bike course
Correct.
if you
Correct.
come later. So
What I remember as well. Yes.
that's how I remember it.
Yes.
And someone else asked how long is the transition area
Um,
lengthwise, I guess, and I
um, it's the whole parking lot. I know we're having 3 rows. There'll be specific row for sprint and Olympic. But
maybe like a couple hundred yards.
yeah,
It's not quite. It's not a
the length.
football. I don't even know if it's 200 yards.
It's a
I
football.
can't
Yeah,
remember.
maybe not 100 yards. Um, yeah, I don't have an exact number on that. It's nothing.
But come on
Come on Friday.
Friday
Yeah,
and check it out
nothing too crazy.
if you can. Yeah.
Can you mount your phone on your bike to track your pacing or no? Um, yes, if you have a safe way to mount it and not be if you start it, stop it, I think that's fine, but not interacting with it more than that to track your pacing.
You could also, I guess, wear a watch.
And then there's a question about the
Yes, correct.
relays.
Yes.
Um, yeah,
Good
Relays.
answer,
you
Tyler.
see it. You go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, maybe they were not on at that point. Transition for the relay. If whether it's 2 person or 3 person, you all get your own timing chip, timing strap that you'll wear for your portion of the relay. There'll be a tent in transition for relays and for bike run people. Um, so if you're, let's see, your partner weight at the running start. Yeah, so if you're doing the swim and the bike and the second person's doing the run, they can hang out outside of, they don't have to wait in transition during that whole time, but have an idea of when you'll be coming in from the bike. They'll be waiting in the transition area. They can have their shoes on, their bib on, all ready to go. You'll come in from the bike, come to the tent, tag them, then they'll head out on the run.
Yeah, there's a designated relay tent, and there's also a back entrance to there. You don't want to be crossing timing mats with a chip on your ankle
Correct.
when you're not racing, or you'll mess up all your times. But yeah, you'll wait in there, but you're free to go in and out, like Megan said.
Yes. Yes, you can walk and view the course on Friday. Um, you can see the swim, you can see transition, you can see where you'll come in and out on the bike and the run. So yes, I recommend if you do come on Friday, take the time to do a quick little mental flow of the course. Um, can we start with another racer in a different age group if we want to do the race together, both doing the sprint? Um, you can guess if you want whatever your numbers are. If one of you has to move back, that's fine. You'll still start, 3 to 5 seconds apart on the swim. And then if you find each other on the bike, just not riding side by side would be recommendation there. The run, you're welcome to do the run portion together, cross the finish line together. Yes.
You start the swim by race number, like she said. So whoever has the lower number can move back to the
Mhm.
person with the higher number to start together, if that's what you want to do.
Um, you will not get weighed for Clydesdale. I think if you registered for that when you signed up, you're automatically in that category. That's a whole separate awards category as well. So there's I think it's 39 and under, 40 to 59, and 60 plus. I think there's three for Clydesdale for sprint and Olympic. Yes, swim start is individual time trial start. So again, every 3 to 5 seconds or so, our timer will start another racer into the water. Is all in the chat, but time for other questions, comments.
Hey, man, I have a
Yeah.
question. First off, thanks for putting all this on. And also, full preface, I'm not nearly as cool as anyone in this group. I'm just doing the run portion of my
Someone asked what
relay.
time
So
the
before,
spectators should be there by, and I think that would be like 7:15. I mean, like the race starts at 7:30, so definitely by 7:30 at the latest.
We have to, yeah, to get to park and we'll probably have to walk a little ways. Yes.
yeah,
Doss, yes, go ahead.
yeah. So before I get accused of stolen valor, I'm just doing the run portion of my group. I have friends that are braver than me. But my question for the
Is he
you might have
muted?
answered
I
this.
can't hear him.
Oh,
No, I
sorry.
can hear.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So and I think you might have already answered this, Megan, but for the like if you're on a relay team, is it just do we need like is there anything we'll be transferring to our teammates or is it just like electronically accounted for?
Just electronically accounted for, correct. Yeah,
Okay,
nothing,
great.
they'll come to the tent. You can,
We don't have to do anything or like,
no, you can like
you
high five
know,
each other, give them a thumbs
firm
up.
handshake.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
do,
All
your
right.
secret handshake and then you can head out
Yeah.
on the run. So with your individual timing chips, each of your times will be tracked separately and nothing
Okay.
physically passed between each other. Yeah, good question.
Gotcha. Thank you.
hmm I just saw a question. Um, no requirement on the swim of whatever you're most comfortable with the freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke. Um, no requirement on the swim there. Um, you can wear water shoes to the swim. I mean, it is kind of in a woodsy area there. Um, just remember if you want them back to come get them after the race is done. We will collect everything that's left down there, but it may get thrown away. So if you want to keep them, pick them up after the swim. Janet or Joel, any other tips, comments? Yes.
Hey, hey, Megan, I had a quick question. I think that person was asking about whether they could wear any kind of footwear during the swim
Oh,
and not just down to the swim. Could you address that?
yes. No shoes during the swim. I think correct. To the swim, yes. During the swim, no. Yes.
Megan, I also noticed that on the website, it has our packet pickup as 4 to 6, but in the info, like the racer info, it says 4:30 to 6:30. So can we clear that up for at least these folks? I don't know. I assume 4:30 to
Yes.
6:30 is the
The website says 4:30 to 6:30. I think that's correct.
one of them, they didn't agree. On the event schedule, it says 4 to 6 on the
4 to 6. Yes, it should be 4 to 6.
But but the email says 4:30 to 6:30. So anyway, I know it's close. Get it in there. I mean, we'll be there, but I don't know if we'll be ready at 4 or not for packet.
Let me confirm that.
Yeah.
One moment.
Not trying to be troublemaker. Socks during swimming are,
I might have made that up.
I think socks are okay. Um,
4 to 6 on Friday is packet pickup and registration.
4 to 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the email was wrong.
That was me. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, no further questions. Thank you all.
Just,
for-
just,
oh, go ahead.
right.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I got it right. I think you said earlier that you said the best time to arrive Saturday is like 6:15.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Even if we
later
drop
that
the bike off on Friday.
Yeah, 6:15 is 6:30 maybe, but yes, the earlier
Okay.
the better.
Okay.
Yes.
And sorry, May, I have one more question.
Yeah.
If you normally record your runs on your phone, I typically run with my phone in my hand. Is that allowed, or should we try to stay away from that if we can?
Guess I would suggest staying away from that if you can.
Okay.
If you have a way short to the pocket that you can like not have it in your hand, I would advise that.
Just to avoid any confusion. Gotcha.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Hey,
Again,
Megan, I had one quick question. I know you talked about this a little earlier, but along Terrace Road, is there parallel parking allowed along that road, or is it
No.
only the parking lots?
No parking along Terrace Drive.
Okay,
Good
good,
question.
good. 'Cause I
Only
know that was
in,
been a safety issue in the past.
yes, only in the designated parking lots. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Thank you, Joel.
What kind of food? What's the post race food?
Post-race
Do you know?
food, I believe is burger. Yes, burgers. Burgers
Oh, well,
and chips, some Little Debbie snacks. Um, I know there's a coffee. I believe there's a coffee truck that will be there.
What about the post-race beer?
I don't believe there's post-race
I
beer.
don't think that's post
Oh,
race beer.
There's post-race music. There'll be a very good artist that played last year, providing some
Nice.
music and entertainment during the post-race food area. Yeah, come hang out, listen to that.
I assume there'll be food for purchase for spectators.
Not our post-race
No.
food, but I believe there's at least one vendor. I don't remember if there's other coffee or food vendors that will be there.
Okay.
There isn't always. So I would
Yeah,
suggest bring snacks,
yeah,
Okay.
just in case. Yeah.
yes, yes. All right. Well, thank you all for joining today. This is being recorded and it will go out in email tomorrow. If you would look back at anything, and the maps are all on our website and they will also be in your emails the next couple of days. So we are excited for you. We will see you on Friday or Saturday. I'll be in the transition area. Janet will be at the concierge tent. But come find us, come say hello, get your first timer bracelet and your first timer award after the race. And we're excited to celebrate you with you this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Janet.
Bye.
Welcome. Good luck.